Hello, welcome back to K-Drama Weekly. I'm your host, Sandra, and I'm here with my co-host, Spencer and Valerie. Virtually this time.
What would you? Oh,
Virtually.
We're hopping on the Zoom trend.
Yeah, because we've got a lot of snow going on in Chicago, and I can't get my car out.
Yep, they will.
If you live in the Midwest, make sure your car has 4x4 wheel drive, because else you'll get stuck in the snow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, today we're back with another film review.
Yeah.
Where I'll be discussing the 2019 action comedy film Extreme Job.
Yeah.
Yes, I was forgotten it for a minute.
Yeah, we're back with another action comedy. Last time we did Exit, also from 2019.
Yes. Who's scheduling these movies? No variety. Sandra. Oh.
I just randomized it. I'm sorry. I didn't plan it this way.
Anyways, we'll get into some info.
Yeah.
Extreme Job was directed by Lee Byung-hun, produced by Kim Sung Kwan, Lee Jong Suk, not the actor.
Different one.
Yeah, Go Dae-suk. And it was written by Bae Se-young. It stars Ryu Seung Ryeong, Lee Hannee, Jin Seon Kyu, Dong Hwi, and Gong Myung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw Lee Hannee in Taza Hidden Card.
Mm-hmm.
She scammed Top.
Freaking Top got scammed.
And then I think we saw what's his name?
Seung Ryeong.
He was the evil guy in 100 Days My Prince.
Oh, he wasn't. What?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Not 100 Days My Prince. Kingdom. He's from Kingdom.
Oh, what? I haven't watched that, so I don't know. What did you say? Kingdom. Was he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was the evil guy in Kingdom.
I haven't watched Kingdom in a while.
We will double check this and get back to you, though.
Yeah, he is in Kingdom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I got my historical dramas mixed up.
Wow, Sandra, they're not all the same. Yeah.
I know.
Also, Gong Myung, the maknae of the team,
Yeah.
He's the brother of NTT member Do Young.
Yes. He was also in Let's Drink, but we couldn't watch that one because we couldn't find it.
In the Hobbit drama, he was the guy with the white hair. I forget what he was. Was he the wind one? Yes.
Yeah. I believe so.
Familiar.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the movie. So it had a budget of 6.5 billion won, or 5.8 million US dollars. Mm-hmm. And it made 120 million US dollars in the box office.
Yes.
So 3 days after its release, it surpassed 1 million viewers, setting the record of reaching 1 million viewers in the shortest period of time for a January comedy film in Korea.
Yeah.
And it also tied with the 2016 film Lucky as the fastest comedy film to reach 1 million viewers.
Fabulous. We're going to watch that. It's on our list.
Yep. June did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways. It reached a total of over 16 million moviegoers and became the highest grossing comedy film of all time.
Wow.
And also the highest grossing film overall.
That's crazy.
Of all time. And It won no awards, but it was nominated.
Useless. It was hilarious.
It was. And it had all the chicken.
That chicken, I wanted some chicken after a while.
Right?
Yeah,
We need to
same.
get some chicken.
Wasn't it like second highest in like viewership?
Yeah. The first one was the Admiral something.
Yes.
The
I think I saw
Admiral
that.
Roaring Currents. Yes.
Interesting. That's funny because Exit, I think we said, was the third highest.
The third highest is Along with the Gods.
Well, at some point it was third highest.
Yeah, we
It was
watched all
third
of those.
highest for the year it came out, actually.
Ah, okay.
Yes. Along with the Gods and Two Worlds is
Like overall.
overall, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
I see.
You.
Very well. Who's gonna do the summary?
Are you going to do the summary, Sandra?
Okay,
This
I'll
one is-
do
Summary.
just a
The
summary.
summary, Ben and Tino do
Sandra,
the plot.
remember
Oh my Jesus.
when you did the summary for what one? Where it was
It
a
was-
young lad and
It was a love story between a young lass and her whale.
yeah, we want summaries that short.
Yeah,
Nice
like,
and sweet.
Or my my To the Beautiful You summary.
Okay, I'll do a quick summary.
Short and sweet. Tino.
This is this movie is about a failing detective team that in order to regain their status, they go undercover as chicken restaurant owners. And along the way they run into Old Lad before he was Old Lad.
Oh man.
And
After.
there's like action involved.
Nice.
When I
Yep.
watched the trailer, I thought they were running a chicken restaurant and it was failing, so they decided to sell drugs underground. Wow.
Same.
It was wrong. I was wrong.
You were wrong.
I never watched the trailer, so this movie was a complete surprise.
Good. That's a good way to approach movie viewing.
Yeah.
I considered not watching it, but then I was like, Sienna will judge.
I do judge.
How dare you judge me?
Well, it's a way to know what to expect at least.
I like to not expect the expecting.
What?
You mean expect the unexpected?
No, I flipped it.
Unexpect the expected?
Yes.
Exactly.
I
Said
can't.
it wrong.
Anyways, we should get into the
Yeah, Sandra, what are you doing?
Wow,
it's Benner's
Yeah,
plot.
better, what are you doing?
Wow. So this movie starts off with this group of detectives that Sandra mentioned, and they're trying to catch these like bad guys, and so they're like hanging off of these little, the window cleaners swings.
Yeah.
They're hanging off of those swings, but they're hanging off of them all stupid, and so they're like struggling to keep up, and then the guy ends up like running, and then they go and chase after him, and they at this point they all seem like really useless cops, but they're chasing after him, and then he gets run over by a bus.
Well, no, first he gets caught by the guy that's on a motorcycle who's part of their
Yeah.
team.
He's like, I think he's like their chief, or the one in charge of the he's the captain. But yeah, he like trips the dude with his motorcycle that he stole, and then so the dude falls, and then he's like, they just stare at each other very intently, and then the dude, he gets up and he tries to run away, but he gets run over by a bus.
Yeah, he tased the dude.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like you said chased.
Oh, I did say chased, but I meant tased.
Wow.
Tased the dude. And then he runs away and get turned over by a bus, which was great.
And then it causes a bunch of car crashes, and it's funny because they were saying they were trying to avoid property damage.
Yeah, that's why they didn't crash through the windows when they were
Yeah. So many car crashes.
I like the one that like came in slowly and just barely hit the rest of the cars.
Yeah, that one was great. What happened after that?
And then they get yelled at.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
get yelled at.
Does that dude get taken in or does he end up escaping?
I think he escapes.
I think
Someone
he
turned that one
escapes.
over? Wow, how do you run away after getting hit by a bus?
Wow.
Actually, it's unclear.
Yeah, we don't find out.
Well, anyway, they get yelled at because they destroyed all the cars and they're basically useless because they weren't able to like. I guess the dude does run away because they weren't able to like catch him, so they get yelled at about that. And then so they're all huffy. Well, not huffy. They're all like down because they got yelled at or whatever, and they suck. Until then, this other captain who's in charge of some other group.
He just got made captain, and he's like younger than our group's captain.
Yes. So this dude, he like gives old guy captain a tip of these dudes who are drug dealers, and they're like he like gives him the tip until then the dude ends up like taking the tip and they go out on a stakeout and they're like watching them and stuff, and then they get like yelled at by this lady who thinks that one of them is a pervert because he was on the ceiling and he had like
on the
binoculars on the roof, and he had like binoculars, and then she like saw him and she was like about to change, so she thinks he's a pervert. But she ends up calling the cops, which is funny because they are cops.
Yeah, but they can't tell her because
They're
on
undercover.
stakeout.
Yeah. And then right as like the cops are coming, and they were gonna tell her, but right as the cops are coming, like those dudes that they were staking out and watching, they're like passing by. And so they get into the police car because they can't be seen. And then after that, they decide to move their stakeout into a chicken restaurant, which is right in front of the building that they're watching, where the drug dealers are at.
Yeah.
And so they're staking out from the chicken restaurant, and at this point they've been there for who knows how long. So they've been eating chicken for like
all day.
meals. Yeah. And so they're like sick of chicken and stuff. And then they find out that the restaurant owner of the chicken place is about to close the restaurant down because I guess he sucks.
Well, because like the only people that buy chicken from him are the Narcs across the street.
Yeah. And so he's about to like shut the place down, and the cops freak out because like that's their stakeout. And if they don't have the stakeout, then like they have nowhere to be and they can't catch those dudes. So
and they're being like, well, it doesn't happen yet, but later we find out that they're like about to be disbanded, basically.
Yeah. And so there's that added pressure, but eventually they decide to like buy the chicken restaurant from the dude, and so the captain, he uses his retirement money to buy the restaurant.
Yes.
And so they're like staking out and they're like, yeah, we got the place, and they're like sleeping there or whatever, and then like people keep coming in, which
it's the old lady that accused them of being perverts.
Yeah, she comes in, but then there's also like a bunch of people who come in.
It's those mafia dudes.
Well, there's other people that are coming, and so they're like, we have to keep this up, or else they're gonna find out we're not a real chicken place.
Because they would come in and they've like had all their like police bulletins up with like pictures and everything, and so people would come in and they would immediately just go like, and like throw everything on the ground. And then they did that like a couple times, and it was hilarious.
So
Yeah.
to keep their chicken restaurant cover up, they would order from other restaurants and then just change the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
eventually-
don't they actually make some of the chicken though?
yeah.
Yeah,
They make
after a
some of the
while.
chicken because that lady who accused them of being perverts comes in, and she's about to call the cops again, but they tell her that they had been like staking out the area because they were gonna buy the chicken restaurant, and so she's like, oh, she's like, then give me a chicken. She orders, like a chicken, but they don't have chicken, and so
And then the mafia people come in too.
yeah.
And they want chicken. And she's like, they don't have chicken. You're
Yeah.
like, we'll be back.
So then they start. Oh wow! So then they start making chicken.
Yeah,
But nobody wants to make it.
so they all like try to make some chicken to see who's the best. And it turns out it's the guy whose family had a rib restaurant.
Detective Ma.
Yeah,
I don't think they had a rib restaurant.
but he's just from the city where ribs originated from.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think he did have a restaurant.
I thought he said his parents
No,
had a
that's the
restaurant.
only thing he knows how to make.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
but yeah. So they have like a little competition. The captain makes them all like fried chickens to see whose chicken is the best. And it ends up being his. And so then he's put on chicken making duty. So he has to make all the chicken. And so then these people come in and they try the chicken.
Well, no, they asked for sticky chicken.
Yeah.
It's spicy chicken. What do you mean sticky chicken?
It's sticky chicken.
What?
Yeah, sticky chicken is chicken with like sauce on it.
Yeah.
I thought it was spicy chicken.
Wow, it
No.
literally said sticky chicken.
Well, I missed it.
Anyway, so yeah. They asked for some sticky chicken, and so then the dude has to like come up with a sauce on the spot.
So he just makes the rib sauce.
Yeah, he does. Until then he like dunks the chicken in there, and they give them to the people, and they're amazed because the chicken is God sent.
Yes.
That it is. It makes them famous. Until then, they have like a shit ton of people coming into the restaurant, and so many people are ordering from there. There's like huge ass lines, and
Yeah.
it even becomes like a tour destination place for
Oh
like,
yeah.
these people.
After they raised the price, because
Yeah,
what's his face? The captain's daughter was saying that chicken is the food of the commoners.
yeah.
And so since everyone keeps coming in later, they're like, how to get rid of them. So they raised the price.
but then
But people come in anyways.
That's the
Mhm.
Japanese tourists then that start coming in.
Yeah. So they have no time to actually do any detectiving because they're too busy running the restaurant.
yeah.
And they're one of the dudes who's always outside in the car like staking out. He is like getting fed up with them because they're detectives, not chicken sellers.
Yeah. Like nobody would answer like his radio call or his phone call. And he was trying to tell them that like those drug people were like
They were on the move.
yeah. But like nobody answered him because they had like a bunch of tables
It
they
was a
had to
group of
serve.
30 that came in.
Mhm.
Yep.
So he like had to go chase them on his own, and he was all upsetty because he lost them. And then he like almost got into a car accident.
Mhm.
But yeah, until then there is a dilemma of whether they should become police or chicken owners.
Yup. Because they were like, oh, we're making more money now than we were because we were such shitty detectives.
We're making the big bucks.
Yeah, them big chicken bucks.
Yeah, that's where the money be.
We gotta start a chicken restaurant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be great. But yeah. And so then like the captain they get yelled at again. And so they're like there at the station and they're getting yelled at by the chief, but then he gets like a phone call and he
The
keeps
captain
getting,
does.
yeah, the captain gets a phone call, and like his phone keeps ringing, but he doesn't want to answer it because like he's getting yelled at by like the chief. And so then the chief gets mad, and he's just like, answer it. And so he answers it, and it's like an order for some chicken
From the
And,
mafia
uh,
people, presumably.
yeah, from the like building in front. So then they all leave. They like run out of there. They like even push the chief to the ground.
Look at they do.
Yeah. And they get all prepared. They like prepare the chicken in record speed, and they like get all ready to like go in with their like little earpieces and stuff. And then they get to the building. And it's the freaking Ajama who thought one of them was a pervert. And apparently the drug people have moved on.
Because it's getting too noisy there because the chicken place is doing well.
Yup.
Yes, yes.
Flourishing.
But before all this happened, there was this big hotshot TV producer that came to try and get them on a reality TV show, and they declined because, you know, they're cops. And he got huffy and he vowed revenge, and so he does this big news story on how they were selling other people's chicken and puts them out of business.
Yup. And so now they take care of their like customer problem, but it doesn't matter anymore because they lost the drug people.
Yep.
And
So
now,
they are distraught.
Aren't they suspended too?
They are
Yeah,
suspended.
It's suspended because of their freaking chicken scamming.
yeah, they do. They do. It was great. And they also end up accidentally drugging the captain because
Oh, yeah.
they put like roofies into a soda that they were gonna give to the drug people, but since the drug people weren't there, they didn't give them the Coke or whatever, the soda. And so then the captain
Forgot. He didn't know.
He didn't know, no, because he told them not to. Because they're like, yeah, let's do it. And he was like, no. He's like, we're cops. And so they did it secretly. And so he like starts chugging the freaking drink. And so then he like passes out because he got roofied.
Oh, my Jesus.
They're all acting like he's about to die.
They are.
It was great.
Yes.
Oh, what happens after that?
Then the dude that was working with the drug dealer dude that they're after, he's like supposed to be finding a way to distribute the drugs. And so he's like, why don't we use them? He's like, they're failing. We can use them. Tell them we're gonna make a what's it called?
Franchise.
Yeah, franchise. So he does that, and they fall for it because he offers them a bunch of money.
Yeah. So they franchise their rib chicken.
Yeah.
And so they start running like their drug operations from different chicken locations.
Yeah, but they don't hire very good people. They hire like the drug dealers.
Yeah.
So all the other franchises aren't doing, or locations aren't doing good because the staff is terrible.
Yeah.
And at this point, the captain had resigned because his wife
He hasn't resigned yet.
He did resign.
He gave the lady his letter, but she hasn't turned it in.
Yeah, well, he was trying to resign. But anyway, so yeah, they're like, their other franchises aren't doing well.
Well, when they took on the franchise, they decided to become chicken sellers.
Yeah, they did.
At least temporarily.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to save up money. And they know that the chicken will bring big bucks.
Big bucks, big bucks.
Yeah.
Jewel.
Yeah. Jewel.